We have to get no more than 25 basis points. 50 would be, I think, a disaster. We need to get 25, but we also need...
If you hold Bitcoin or crypto, pay attention. The next Federal Reserve meeting is happening this week, with the results coming in on Wednesday, February 1st, where the Federal Reserve is likely to hike interest rates again. Let's talk about what this means to you and me as crypto investors. Because the Federal Reserve is widely expected to announce its 8th consecutive rate hike this week at the policy meeting, with this time Fed officials likely to approve a 0.25 percentage point increase as inflation has started to ease. And the data that Jerome Powell is always referencing every month at these meetings is the latest CPI numbers. We reviewed exactly what this data said 2 weeks ago. The Bitcoin and crypto market is getting wild. CPI data today. I will link this down below. But we know the latest report shows that the inflation rate is slowing to now just 6.5%. Meaning these rate increases, the ultra-aggressive 7 in a row, about to be 8 consecutive rate hikes in a row we saw all last year, in some sense is working, as the United States inflation rate is seemingly easing.
No more than 25 basis points. 50 would be, I think, a disaster. We need to get 25, but we also need to get the messaging that not only does the Fed see that their policy is working, but that they are very near the end of their tightening, not, oh, we have more work to do. I don't think the market will take those words very well. I think 25 basis points is all they should do. After all, by the way, we got the December money supply, Scott, which is, as you know, something that I look at closely. 2022, the lowest growth of the money supply since the Great Depression of the 1930s. Now, that's something to think about. We have the greatest inversion of the Treasury yield curve in over 40 years, the most reliable single indicator of a recession. That's something to think about. Why would the Fed want to continue and even increase the inversion of the yield curve? That's beyond me.
So a Federal Reserve rate increase will mean less money in the system, sort of a suppression on all markets, the stock market, the crypto market, like we've been seeing all year, all of last year, so nothing new. And this is the Fed essentially incentivizing less money in the system to combat inflation. Now, the good news is that what the market hates more than a rate increase, I would say, is uncertainty. Because the Fed has told us in so many words, they've hinted to expect a 25 basis point increase, and because all last year they've been pretty consistent on doing what they say they're going to do, the majority of the market has likely already priced this 25 basis point increase in. Now, if things change, if they choose to be more aggressive and go up 50 basis points instead of 25, that would be a huge change from what they've been hinting, and the market, of course, would be forced to react. So if they go more than 25 basis points, 50 points, 75 points, highly unlikely what the market is pricing in, but if they do, that would be bearish. I would expect the market to react negatively. Now, Elon Musk has just issued a new statement about integrating cryptocurrency with Twitter. Before I share that with you, I do just want to urge you as a crypto holder to understand that even though the Fed seems to be slowing, they're getting less aggressive, although still increasing their rate hikes. Because right now, despite a consecutive decrease in the last few months, inflation's still over 6%. This is the 25-year chart, so we can see that inflation is still at an outrageous level. Jerome Powell has stated that he needs to see, his goal is to see a 2% inflation. We get down to that by the end of this year. So even if we just increase maybe 25 basis points at this meeting, maybe, and again, if we look at the CME FedWatch tool, they are pricing in 25 basis points this meeting, and then one more 25 basis point increase next meeting. Even if we see that, the Fed has hinted that they will hold the line. Even if they don't increase, they'll just hold steady as long as it takes. Holding rates at such a high level can just as easily break an economy, so to speak, send us into a recession just as easily as ultra-aggressive rate hikes. Because holding rates at this level does still incentivize money out of the system. It incentivizes saving, not spending. The minute Jerome Powell announces a pivot, they're lessening rates, that tells us that, one, we might be entering a recession officially. I would say we're in one now, but the pivot is the ultimate trend change macro-wise, which hopefully we'll see mid to end this year. The minute Jerome Powell makes this announcement on Wednesday, I will make a video, I'll update you, but we'll also look at his dialogue and his rhetoric and what he expects to happen the rest of the year. But while Jerome Powell is working on suppressing crypto markets, Elon Musk has never been more bullish on crypto markets. Breaking news, Twitter has officially started the regulatory process to add payment features in the United States. Elon Musk recently explained, there's a role for crypto in the future. It's a no-brainer for Twitter to have payments in both fiat and crypto. Here's the latest 90-second clip.
So I do think there is a role for crypto in the future, without speaking to any particular crypto coin, as a means of ensuring that the monetary system does not get completely corrupted. It provides competition to the fiat system, so that if the fiat system becomes overly restrictive, then crypto will grow. Like basically, the better that the fiat system works, the less prominent crypto will be, and the worse the fiat system becomes, the more crypto will grow.
Are you concerned about the moves towards central bank digital currencies?
I don't think they know what they're talking about. No, not really.
A lot of people have theorized that FTX and the fallout there was a ploy to push us toward that centralization and the digital dollar.
Falling flat in its face now.
Correct.
I think they're conflating a few things. First of all money is almost all money is digital already. The fiat monetary system, for practical purposes, consists of a series of heterogeneous mainframes running antiquated COBOL. That's the actual money system, by the way. It's kind of embarrassing. It's not like some rickety mainframes running ancient COBOL and running and doing everything in batch mode. That's the actual the fiat monetary system. And whether banks create their own cryptocurrencies, I think is somewhat irrelevant. People will use the cryptocurrencies that they think will accrue value over time and not use the ones that don't.
And speaking of network use, Bitcoin mining difficulty again hits a new all-time high. The network's difficulty jumped another 4.68% on Sunday. So Bitcoin's hash rate is on an absolute tear right now. Not only is the absolute value at all-time highs, but this is also the most aggressive 30-day increase ever. So the network has never been stronger, the support globally has never been bigger, and even though price right now is in chop solidation, as it's been for months, more miners than ever are actively, aggressively trying to accumulate at these levels. And many of you have been asking me to cover this. This was huge altcoin news on Twitter. The Secret Network, which is a privacy-focused blockchain, Quentin Tarantino launched NFTs on Secret. Kevin Smith, filmmaker, launched NFTs on Secret. Secret Network Validator shuts down nodes after leadership turmoil. So an internal conflict at the privacy-focused Secret Network has resulted in at least one validator throwing in the towel. So what was this conflict? The move comes amid revelations by Secret Labs founder, Guy, regarding the Secret Foundation's financial transparency. On January 28th, their founder, Guy, made public allegations that the foundation and its founder and CEO, Tor Blair, sold a substantial amount of USD worth of Secret in late 2021. So he sold a bunch of the token and didn't disclose. He says, this action was not disclosed in any financial reports provided to the community by the foundation, which was introduced by Tor as a non-profit organization on several occasions. So I do like that the founder of the project himself was the whistleblower. He found out and he told the community. Of course, this is a bad look for Secret in general, but I'm glad this is coming to light. And Tor Blair did issue his own statement saying that the withdrawals, the money, was part of his share of vested tokens. This information is verifiable in our 2021 tax filing. So the Secret Network blockchain keeps ticking. Will this affect other notable artists or directors like a Tarantino, like a Kevin Smith, to launch in the future? We'll see. Like always, see you tomorrow.